同学们好.
老师好。
Great to see you all, and it's great to see Denise's name. Hey, Denise, glad you could join us. So we're in class 13 of the second section of the Young Family Chuan traditional hand form. We're getting sort of close to the end. We're about a bit more than 2/3 of the way through. So last week we did the second separation kick, so that's what we'll review today. And we're going to do the first turn and heel kick today. So that's what's on the menu. And depending on how it goes, because I think all of you have done the form, but we'll just see how it goes, we might actually do the one transition after the heel kick. But let us start with our standing practice. So start in our prepare posture. So feet shoulder width apart, both feet parallel, pointing towards the front. Hands by the side of your legs, so feel the head pushing up, shoulders sinking, elbows dropping, chest slightly absorbed, relax the waist. And to help the waist relax, which means drop the hips straight down, make sure your legs are slightly absorbed. So your legs are straight, but they're not locked. So from here, lift the arms up and get them into a nice round shape in front of your chest, fists width apart between the fingertips, and bend your knees and sink down. And check that your weight is even on your feet, so even front and back, so even weight on the balls and the heels, and then even on the inside and the outside. And we call that, we say crotch rounded, to make sure that we're not putting too much pressure on the inside of our feet. And so from here, let's do our posture checks. So feel your head pushing up, the crown of your head pushing up. And we say the upper body is light, so your head is light, pushing up, energetic. And to help with pushing up, feel your shoulders sinking down and your elbows dropping. So feel as if there's weights on your elbows, pulling them down. So head up, shoulders down. So now, as we've been doing this for a while, you can start actually doing pairs of them. So here we're doing pushing up the head and sinking the shoulders. Now absorb the chest and round the back. So feel pulling out at the elbows, pulling the shoulders, pulling at the spine, and your fingertips pulling at the elbows. So this nice pull absorbs chest, rounds the back. And now go the other direction, relax your waist. So feel your hips dropping straight down, the sacrum, the back of your pelvis, dropping straight down, and see if you can actually see how pulling horizontally across the small of your back and your hips dropping down is really opening up your spine. So what we're trying to do is to get this feeling of relax, which is the word that's used to translate feng song, which really means open and extended and everything unified. And as we're in this posture, we use the posture to help with abdominal breathing. So see if you can detect your belly moving as you breathe in through the nose and out again gently and naturally. And so we use the posture checks to make the breathing easier. And so again, we're pushing up with the top of the head and sinking down. So the lower body is sinking and the upper body is light. So you're feeling as if everything from the neck on down is hanging like a silk blouse on a coat hanger. Everything is hanging down, suspended from the crown of your head. So now let's go into our standing one leg practice. So shift your weight onto one leg, open the other foot to 45 degrees, sink down, so put one leg straight in front, open your chest, straighten the back leg and bring the foot in. So just use the front foot that's not the supporting leg to help with your balance. If you want, you can bring it in and touch with the toe. this is not a balance exercise, so it's really just getting the posture of standing on one leg and not worrying too much about balance. So feel the head pushing up. You're looking straight ahead, even though your chest is open to the corner, actually more than corner. Shoulders down, elbows down. Absorb the chest and relax the waist. And feel the weight on the whole flat of your foot, and change the tilt of your body to make sure that you have even on front and back. So let's change. So bend the supporting leg, put the other one down, foot to the corner, put the foot forward so that you can straighten the back leg, chest open more than corner, head looking forward. If your balance is good today, bring the back foot in and just touch with your toe. You can always lift the leg too if you want to practice your balance. But notice here that there's a 45-degree angle between the foot pointing to the corner on the supporting leg and the knee of the up leg. So that 45-degree opening is the standard opening when we're on one leg. One foot is to the corner and the other one is straight. Head up, shoulders down. Absorb the chest. Relax the waist. Feel the weight on the bubbling well, so even left and right. So change, so sink. Put the other foot down to 45 degrees. Go to the first position you were in. If you want, keep your leg out. So we've done upper body light, lower body sinking. Now we're going to do middle body flexible. So keeping your hip in the same place, just rotate at the waist. In other words, here, the lower back, just move your chest from side to side. See if you can move your chest without moving your hips. This movement is what we're going to use when we do the turn in today's class. We're going to start with moving at the waist, and that's going to move the rest of the body. So sink, go to the other side, leg out front, straighten the back leg. So first establish your posture, so looking straight ahead. Now just move your chest to the front, to the side. Don't force it. Just explore how much flexibility you have in your Chinese waist. In other words, your lower back, your lumbar spine. So we just go left and right, left and right. And we can do this as much as you like, as much as you have time for. Next week, we'll actually do this waist exercise, but we'll do it in a bow stance, because as we start doing some of the other movements, we are actually we're in a bow stance and we're doing this rotation. So we'll practice that as well. Good. So Aileen has joined us. Lovely to have you in class, Aileen, and the same for Michael. Welcome. So we are going to practice together first. So we'll start at the beginning of the second section, and we'll go all the way through to where we got to last week, which is the second separation kick. So I'll go in the same direction as you. We're starting at the beginning of the second section in cross hands. Embrace tiger, return to the mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Transition to fist under elbow. Fist under elbow. Step back, repulse monkey. 1, 2, 3, diagonal flying, raise hands, step forward, wide crane, spreads its wings, left brush knee, needle at the C bottom, fan through the back, turn body, chop with fist, step forward, parry, block and punch, step up, crossbird's tail, right ward off, roll back, press, push, single whip, transition, single whip, hyper on horse, right separation kick, transition, right separation kick, left separation kick, transition, left separation kick, and stop. Okay, are there any questions about that? So let's do that all again, see if there are any questions, and then we'll practice again and we'll focus on just the last part that we did last week. So we'll start again. This time I will actually face in the other direction. So we're starting at cross hands. Embrace tiger, return to the mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Transition to fist under elbow. Fist under elbow. Step back, repulse monkey. 1, 2, 3, diagonal flying. Raise hands. Step forward. Wide crane. Spreads its wings. Left brush knee. Needle at the C bottom. Fan through the back. Turn body. Chop with fist. Step forward. Parry, block, and punch. Step up. Cross bird's tail. Ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Transition. Single whip. High pat on horse. Right separation kick. Transition. Right separation kick. Left separation kick. Transition. Left separation kick. And stop. So there's a couple of things that I'd like to address, remind folks of. The first thing I'd like to just remind you of is a single whip. It's just the arm position. So let's assume you're in a good bow stance, and let's just review the bow stance. So with the bow stance, we're starting with the back foot to the corner, and I'll do it facing you. So the back foot to the corner, step out the front leg, shoulder width apart, as far forward as you can go and still come back. That's the length. The width is always shoulder width, and then move forward your weight so that you end up 60% on the front, 40% on the back. Your knee is, your shin is a little bit past straight, but you can see your toes. Our torso is vertical. The back arm is pretty much straight. So some of us seem to have the arms a little bit sinking. Try and get your back arm straight. And the left arm, you're striking out. So again, the left arm is not locked and straight, but feel as if you're projecting your energy forward. So we don't want to be in this position in Young Family Style. We want to be nice and open and extended. And this, feel you're striking to the left and to the right. That'll get your torso vertical. Then the cloud hands look pretty good from what I could see. And so I'm not going to focus on cloud hands now. Let's talk a little bit about the high pat on horse, the right arm. So with high pat on horse, we're starting in single whip. It's on a 3 count. So on 1, the right hand is sitting. So the right hand is sitting, and the left arm turns palm up, and your weight is now about 50-50. As you keep shifting your weight back and lifting the left toe, your right hand is sitting in front of your right shoulder. So essentially 1, 2. So this is the movement that I want to make sure we all have. So we're going to go 1, 2. Again, 1, sit the right palm, turn over the left, and then 2, the right palm comes in. And then once the right palm is in front of the shoulder, we can just step and strike. So we'll do the 1, 2, 3 and focus on the right arm. So 1, rotate the left, sit the right. 2, finish shifting back, right palm in front of right shoulder. 3, pick up the left foot, put it down center line to sides as you strike out with the right. Hold that for a moment and check your posture. So your right palm is about your neck height. The flat, this part of your hand is where you're striking, and so this is in a straight line from you. This outside of your palm. and your left palm has done a pull back. And so the left palm is sitting at the bottom of your ribs, about on the corner of your ribs. So it's not it's not like this, it's not back like this, it's halfway between the two. So let's just do that one more time. High pat on horse. 1, rotate left, sit right, start shifting your weight. 2, finish shifting your weight, right arm in front of right shoulder. 3, pick up the left foot, put it down center line to side as you strike out with the right and pull with the left. As you finish, your chest is square. That is high pat on horse. Any questions about that? Let me just quickly see you do high pat on horse. So start at single whip and go into high pat on horse. 1, sit the palm. 2, bring it to the shoulder and strike out. Okay, good. So one thing I should have made clearer is when we bring the right hand back, it's just coming, we're just bending the right elbow and the palm is coming in. Your right upper arm hardly moves. So we are not doing a circle to the front and in. It's essentially just bending at the elbow and then we're going to strike. So young family style is very simple. It's the simplest possible solution that you can think of. So we're not going to do a big circle. We're just going to come in, strike out. Good. So now let's do the separation kicks. Yeah. So let's just review the right separation kick. That was looking pretty good. So we're starting, we've done high path on horse. So where weight is on the back leg is the right leg, and we're striking out. So 1 is open the chest and open both arms. You're turning to the right. 2 is you're going to step out, left foot, heel touch less than corner as your right arm is over the right elbow. And then you're going to pull with the left and pull to the right with the right. And you're going to end up, this is the transition movement. Then we're going to go into the right separation kick. So the right arm closes to the left with the waist turn, stand up, look in the kicking direction, kick, and as the right leg comes down, you change your arm. So the right arm turns palm up, and the left arm just bends at the elbow, and the left palm comes to above the left shoulder. So the coordination point here, as so often in young family style, is it's close and step. So when we so let's say we've done high pat on horse, we open, and as we close, as we root with the left heel, our arms are closed, and then we're going to pull open. So that's the first part. Now, one of the things that I'd like you to think about, if you want today, young Chengfu, the man who regularized young family Tai Chi Chuan, came up with these various principles that we repeat. And so the posture principles that I keep talking about when we do our standing practice, those are 4 of his principles: head up, shoulders down, chest sinking, waist relaxed. Another of them is practice continuously and without interruption. And the way we do this in young family style is everything is continuous until we deliver energy, and then we pause just for a micro moment, and then we continue. And so when we do separation kick, in fact, separation kick is 2 movements, and there's a mini pause halfway through. So when we do this transition, here we're pulling open, so we're grabbing with the one hand and pulling open with the other. We get here, we pause for a moment, and then we continue the second half, close, stand up, and kick. Change arms. The thing that I want to remind you of when we start the second part of the movement from here, let's see, yep. So we've done this pull. This is the end of the first part. When we close the right arm into a cross, it's not a down circle. It's just a horizontal. So the right arm just comes horizontally across into this X, which is a double ward off in front of you, and then you stand up, look, and kick. Change arms. So let's do those things, those movements together. So we're starting in high path on horse, empty stance, left leg forward. So 1, open the chest to the right, both arms open. 2, step out with the left heel, arms close, elbow, palm over elbow. 3, pull open with the right and pull open with the left. This is the moment of pause. Now, part 2. 1, with the waist turn, close the right arm without scooping down. 2, stand up, look, kick. And as the right leg comes down, right palm up, left palm to in front of the shoulder. So let me just see everybody doing that. So let me just focus on a couple things. The one thing that I want to underline is actually that little transition at the end. So we've done the kick. And let me just review what we're doing with the kick. So with the kick, it's a right kick. So we're starting with 1 foot. The bottom foot is less than corner. Our leg, the angle between the up leg and the standing foot is 45 degrees. And then we're going to kick, and we're going to straighten our leg, and the energy point for the kick is the top of the foot. So we're going to kick with the top of the foot. When we kick, the arms are going to rotate. So I want you to think you're starting with your arms crossed. Both arms rotate, and they end up shoulder width or a little bit lower, like this. And when we start in the cross, they go up slightly and then down. One of the things that it's very easy to do when we do the arms for these kicks is to come to here and go sideways. So we shouldn't be doing this. We don't do this. It's a single shallow curve up and down as the arms rotate. Then when we're in this position, how we get ready for the next part of the movement is that your right palm is going to turn up and your left elbow is going to bend, and your left palm is going to come in instead of above your shoulder. So let's just do the arms for the kick. So we're going to do kick, both arms rotate, change arms, so the right rotates up and the left elbow bends. So now we're ready to do the next one, because you can see now I've got 1 palm up and 1 palm down, and the arms will go over each other. And that's the same thing when we started the right separation kick. So you can remember when we started with high pat on horse, the top palm was facing down, the bottom palm was facing up. As we open, the palms are still one facing down, one facing up. Here, the right palm is sitting, and then we pull open. So remember that we want the 2 palms facing each other. Okay, so that's the right separation kick, and then we'll do the left separation kick. So we've done the right separation kick. So if this is the kicking direction, my left foot is a little bit more than straight but less than corner, and I've kicked a little more than straight, less than corner, and I'm in this prepare position. So my right palm is up, left palm is sitting over my right shoulder. So sink down, step, root with your right heel. Now, as you shift your weight forward into your bow stance, left palm over elbow, elbow over palm, pull open. Then close the left arm into the cross position, stand up, look in the kicking direction, and kick on the other side. And again, this is a separation kick, so the energy point is the top of the left foot. So I'll do it from this view. So we've done a right separation kick. So we're standing on our left leg. We're facing to the left side. Left leg is a bit more than straight, but less than corner. Right leg is up, 45 degrees between the up leg and the supporting leg. Right palm up, left palm in front of the shoulder. Sit, root. Now left palm over right elbow. Left elbow over right palm, pull open. You're looking to the corner. Close the arms into a cross, no scooping. Stand up, look in the kicking direction, kick. Now, one of the things that is absolutely not required is to lift your leg and do the kick. If your balance isn't good today, you can just keep your foot down. And for the kick, if your kick is just straightening your leg and bringing it back in, that's fine. The most important thing is to have good posture, is to have good body shape, good body position. So if your balance isn't comfortable, if you're not comfortable standing up, keep your bottom foot on the ground, and when you do the kick, just lift it up and put it down again. Focus on head up, elbows down, shoulders down, chest sinking, waist relaxed. So let me just have a quick look and see what the right separation kick looks like. So start with your left, standing on your left leg, right leg up, right palm up, left palm by the shoulder, and do left separation kick. Sink and step, palm over elbow, elbow over palm, pull open, close the arms, stand up, kick. Yes. And good. And when we finish, your palms are arms are straight-ish, but not locked. Palms are facing out. So that's looking really good. Are there any questions? Okay. So not hearing any, let's just practice that little sequence from single whip, high pattern horse, the 2 separation kicks, and then we'll go to the new movement for today. So we've done the cloud hands. We're in high pattern horse. So empty stance, left leg forward, striking out with the right hand, left palm in front of the left ribs. Separation kick transition, right, open to the right. Close, step out, elbow over palm, pull open, cross the arms, stand up, look in the kicking direction, kick. As the right leg comes down, change the hands, right palm up, left palm by the shoulder. Separation kick left, sink down, step out, elbow over palm, or palm over elbow, and then elbow over palm, pull open to the left. Now turn to the right, left arm just comes horizontally across, stand up, look in the kicking direction, kick, bring the left leg down, the arms don't change, and stop. So when we do the right separation kick, we change the arms in preparation for left. When we do left separation kick, we don't change the arms at the end. The other thing which is easier to see in the other kicks is the rule when we do kicks is the front arm. When you're doing, let's say I'm doing a kick with my right leg, my right arm and my kicking leg are in a line. The other arm is 135 degrees open from the kicking arm. So if you think about a single whip, your front leg, if you're in single whip, left bow stance, left arm is in the straight direction. Your hook arm is open to the back corner. That's 135 degrees. That's the same angle that we have in all our kicks. Front leg, the kicking leg, that's the front arm, and then the back arm is 135 degrees away from that. And so that is true for all our kicks. Okay. Before we move on, any questions? Okay, no questions. So now we're going to do a turn. This is a turn body left heel kick. So let me demonstrate, and I'll start in this direction. So we've done a left heel kick. So I'm left separation kick, I'm going to turn to the right, straighten my leg, come around, sink, stand up, heel kick. I'll do it from this direction. So I've done the left heel kick, left arm rotates, right arm straightens, left leg comes around, straighten the left leg, lead with the waist, turn, sink, stand up, and kick. So the directions that we're going with this movement, we're starting with, if you started going to the front, we've done the separation kicks going to the left-hand side. We're going to turn around, and after this turn, we're going to do a kick to the right-hand side. If you use clock directions, you started the form going to 12 o'clock. We did the separation kicks in the 9 o'clock direction. We're going to turn around and end up in the 3 o'clock direction. So the way we do the turn is we've done a left heel kick, left separation kick. So our right toe is a little bit less than corner. What we're going to do is we're going to close our hips and bring our leg so that both legs are pointing parallel. Straighten the left leg, then we're going to turn and sink. So now my right foot is to the corner, left leg is to straight. I'm going to stand up and do a heel kick. Let me just do it from this direction. You can see the feet a little bit better. Started with a left separation kick. First, I'm going to turn so that my left leg and my right leg are more or less in a line. Straighten the left leg, turn, sink. So now you can see my back leg, my right leg, my supporting leg is to the corner, left leg is to straight, stand up and do a heel kick. The heel kick is the second of the 3 kinds of kicks we do in Yang style Tai Chi Chuan. The first one is a separation kick where the energy point, as we discussed earlier, is the top of the foot. The heel kick, it's sort of self-explanatory. You can guess where the energy point is. It's actually the heel. It's a stomp. So what you should imagine is that you're, stomping on somebody's knee, or whatever is available. You could actually stomp on their foot. So it's a stomp. So the difference is that the separation kick, it's an up energy, but here it's actually down. So we show it as a down. The way we do that is we start with our toe pointing down, flex the foot that's going to kick, right? So you go from toes pointing down, toes pointing up, and then stomp down. And then bring your leg back to the starting position. So that's the footwork. The footwork gets a lot easier when you use your body to do the turn. So let's talk about what you're going to do with your body. So we've done the left separation kick. Both arms are up. What we're going to, actually I'll face in this direction. We're going to make a ward off with the left arm and turn the right arm palm up as the left leg comes around. So we're in this position where the left arm is a nice round ward off shape, fingertips of the left hand pointing to right forearm center, right palm sort of up, diagonally up. So that's how we're going to start. So we've started from the kick. As we close the hip, we close the arms. So we've got a nice ward off with the left, right palm is up. Straighten the leg, and now we're going to do the turn. The thing to remember about the turn, and the reason why we did the waist exercise to begin with, is this turn is a lot easier if you start with your chest turn. In other words, lead with the waist and let your body follow. So when you start doing this turn, one of the things that's very tempting is you try and turn with your hips, right? You turn with your hips, and then your balance isn't very good. Another temptation is you straighten your leg and then you like swing your leg around. Once you swing your leg has got so much momentum, it's very hard to stop. You just keep going. You just keep going around. So it takes a little while to wrap your head around, but what we're trying to do when we start from this posture is we're going to lead with the waist, and the body is going to follow. When I say body, I mean the hips and the legs. So let's do that together. And I will start in this direction. So we've done a left heel kick, finish with a left heel kick. 1, left arm to ward off, close it in, right arm palm up, close the left leg, straighten the left leg, turn the body, turn around, and sink. So when you come around, you want to finish in this sinking position. So you're in an empty stance, center line 2 sides, arms are crossed. I'll do it on the other side, you'll see it better. Then from here, we're going to stand up, flex the left foot, stomp with the left foot, and arms go into striking position. So let me do it from this side. You can see we've done a left heel kick. No, left separation kick. 1, left arm to ward off, right arm turns up, hips turn to the right. Straighten the left leg, turn, sink. You'll see that I'm in empty stance, my arms are crossed, stand up, flex the foot, kick, and finish. One of the things that I want you to pay attention to is when we get into the kicks, what is the direction of our crossed arms? It's very tempting. Actually, let's say I'm going to do a heel kick in the straight direction, to actually have my chest pointed more or less to the straight direction. But actually my chest is to the corner, because when I open my arms, I've got 135 degrees between my arms. So when your arms are crossed, have them point at least to the corner, and then open them up. The next thing that I want to underline is when we do this turn, so we start with our arms like this, left arm goes into ward off. This left arm is not going to change. You're going to go round in your circle, and this left arm is going to just stay in this position. You're then going to close the right arm behind your left arm. Not in front, but behind. And the reason is you're going to kick with your left leg, and we always have the arm that's going to follow the kicking leg is on the outside. Because we're going to kick with the left arm has to be on the outside. So let's just do the arm movements for this. So we start with our arms out. We're going to left arm to ward off, right arm palms up. So you've closed your chest here. We're going to do this turn, bring the right arm horizontally across behind the left, and then open for the strike. Again. So we've done the left separation kick. Turn to the right, ward off with the left arm, right arm palm up. Do your turn, and now the right arm comes behind the left, and then open both arms to kick. One of the reasons why I emphasize closing the left arm and then just keeping it there as you close is one of the things that we should avoid doing when we do this turn. This might be a good direction. I'll try and do this. Is we're not going to swing our arms open and then close them again. If you think about the methods, the principles, one of the ones we talk about is keep your chest sinking. So when you've closed here, keep your chest sinking. Don't, as you do a turn, open your chest, because then all your chi will rise up. You'll get really stiff at the upper part of your body, and your balance will be less good. So once you've closed, keep your chest nice and closed as you go around. So before we do lots of repetitions, are there any questions? Okay, so let's do a bunch of repetitions here. So we're going to start in a left separation kick. We're facing to the side. Weight on the right leg just a little bit past the corner. we've done left separation kick. 1, close the arms, left arm to ward off, right palm up, left leg comes in. Straighten the left leg, turn and sink. So now you should just be in a nice empty stance, ball touch, arms crossed, stand up, flex the foot, kick. Again. So where weight is on the right leg, we've done a left separation kick, right toe is a bit more than, is between straight and corner. 1, left arm ward off, right arm up, left leg comes to the right. 2, straighten the leg, turn, sink. Arms crossed, check that your crossed arms are to the corner, but you're looking in the straight direction. Stand up, flex the foot, heel kick, and bring the leg back. Again. So we've done left separation kick, standing on the right leg. 1, left arm ward off, right arm up, left leg comes to the right. 2, straighten the left leg and go. Turn. Sink. Make sure you're nice and established here. Stand up and kick. Again. Only one more. This is hard on the legs. So we've done the left heel kick. Rotate the left arm, right arm palm up. Straighten the leg. Turn, sink. Stand up and kick. And finish. So as you rest, shake it out, let me just make a couple of points. One is another of Chengfu's principles is practice continuously without interruption. That's the one I was talking about earlier. And so as we do this movement, we want, even though when we teach it, we break it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to keep moving all the way through. And actually, with this leg, when you're bringing your left leg across and straighten it, as soon as your left leg is straight, you should go. Don't straighten your left leg and hang out here. It's just stress on your balance. As soon as you've straightened your left leg, start your turn and sink. So that's the first thing. When you've straightened your left leg, go. The second thing is the way I've demonstrated this. This is the traditional way of doing this movement, which is turn. So we're here, turn, sink, stand up, and kick. There is once you've mastered that, for extra points, you can start practicing your balance. And this is that we don't actually sink down. And I'll try and do this. It's sort of at best a 50-50 chance that I can get it right, but at least I'll try. So close, drop the leg, turn, and then just come up. Don't sink down and do the kick. So the idea is that you just come all the way around without putting your leg down and just do a kick. That's much harder. And in fact, it's not the martial arts application, because the martial art, we'll go through several of these maybe next week. I didn't think it was worth getting Susan in just to do this one, but what I'm going to, the martial art meaning of this is, you know, I've done something here. I detect there's somebody behind me. I essentially turn around and let's say they strike at me, I do a ward off, and then I do a kick. Now, in this case, they were right behind me, but, you know, they could be here, or here, or here. And so essentially what this is an example of is just changing the direction that we're facing in so that we are lined up with our opponent. We're doing the extreme version when we do this part of the form. So are there any questions about that? So let me see, just by thumbs up, thumbs down, or like this, how are people feeling about this movement? Oh, I'm seeing okay, let's keep working on this one. We'll go on next week. We've got a few more minutes. Let's do a few more repetitions. Are there any particular questions that people have about this? Okay, so let's, sorry, Michael, did you have a question? No, okay. So let's do it a couple of times and then I'll watch you and see if there's anything that I forgot to say. So we've done a left separation kick on the right leg, arms out. 1, close the arms, close the left leg to the right. Straighten the left leg, lead with the waist, turn, sink. So establish your empty stance here, arms crossed to the corner. Stand up, flex the foot, kick, bring your foot down. And do it again. So we've done left separation kick, standing on the right leg. 1, ward off with the left arm, turn the right arm up, bring the left leg around to the right. Straighten the left leg, lead with the waist, sink. Stand up, flex the heel, kick, bring the leg back to the starting position, and finish. So let me watch you doing this. So start at the end of left separation kick and stop. Okay, a couple of things that I should underline. The first is, if you're finding it hard to get all the way around, there are workarounds. So let's talk a little bit about the workarounds. So the first workaround is, so you've done your left separation kick. Come around, just step behind you and just come around and then get into this sinking posture. So you don't have to swing your leg. Just come around, step behind you with the left leg, just pivot on the right heel, because it's a right heel pivot. Adjust your stance so you're now in this nice empty stance, arms crossed to the corner, and then stand up, look and kick. I'll do it from this side. So you've done here, rather than trying to swing, just step behind you and bring it around and here, and make sure you've got a nice posture, stand up, look and kick. If that is too difficult, that's not a problem either. If that's too difficult for you today, whatever you need to do, just walk around and finish with your right foot to the corner, because you're going to do a left heel kick to the straight direction. So you're going to start with the right foot almost the corner on the one side, just walk it around, right foot to the corner on the other side, stand up, look and kick. The other thing that I just want to emphasize is, and this is, it's so tempting. When so we're here. So we've done the turn. So I'm in this empty stance. Right foot to the corner, left foot is straight, arms crossed. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to kick. My left arm is going to be in line with my left leg. So it's going to open to here. It's very easy when we do this kick to open this way. We're not going to open like this. We're going to open in the with the left arm in the direction of the left leg. And then the back arm is going to be actually to the back corner, so that we've got 135 degrees between them. So we're going to do kick. Yes, that looks really nice. And remember, when you do the arms for your kick, it's just a nice full arm rotation. Paint the rainbow with your fingertips. It's not open a little bit and push to the sides. It's up and down. Yes, nice. Oh, that looks great. And when you finished, yes, sit your palms so that you can sort of feel that there's a little bit of push out your palms. Your palms aren't down like this, sitting slightly. Let's do this whole thing from high pat on horse, do the 2 separation kicks and do the turn, and then we'll call it good. So we've done cloud hands. We're in single whip. After cloud hands, we're going to go into high pat on horse. So 1, shift weight back, sit the right palm, continue sitting back, right palm to right shoulder, bring in the left foot and strike out with the right, pull the left to the bottom of the ribs. Separation kick right, open, chest to the right, both arms open. As you close, step out, heel touch, palm over elbow. Pull open, elbow over palm, looking to the corner. Close the right arm horizontally, look in the corner direction, stand up, look to the other corner, kick. As the right arm comes down, change your hand. So right palm up, left palm by the left shoulder. Left separation kick. Transition, sit, step, close, palm over elbow, then pull, elbow over palm, looking to the left-hand corner. Close the left arm horizontally, look to the right corner, stand up, look to the left corner, kick. Turn body, left heel kick. Ward off with the left arm, right palm turns up, left leg comes in. Straighten the leg, lead with the waist turn, turn and sink. Stand up, flex the foot, and kick. Finish. And we'll stop there. Good. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Let us close class. 同学们，再见。
老师再见。